I want to do all my ratings off movies based off a kind of drug. Like, oh, if you go on shrooms to watch Warcraft, it's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be trippy. You're going to feel like you're really there. If you go to watch a Judd Apatow movie, go on weed, you know? Yeah. If you're going to watch like another Crank film, take some cocaine.
Yeah, but this isn't necessarily a rating anymore. It's like pairing wines, except instead of wine, it's in entrees, it's drugs and movies.
White people.
Yeah, that's right. Me being white.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
So anyway, guys, today we're going to check out the trailer, the official trailer number 1 for Warcraft.
That's right, World of...
No, it's just called Warcraft.
It's just called Warcraft? No,
yeah.
It's not the World of.
Yeah, they thought marketing purposes it wouldn't be smart to put World of in there.
I guess it's more bold of a title. People are just going to call it Warcraft anyway.
Disclaimer up front.
We are the most qualified people to talk about this movie.
We are hardcore gaming fans of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, most of what we do with our time is play Warcraft.
We're of course kidding. We don't know anything about it.
Never played Warcraft.
We're going to judge this trailer based off the trailer alone from a cinematic point of view. Let's do this.
Leroy Jenkins. That's a Warcraft thing, okay. I think.
Universal. No monetization today.
Woo! Blizzard.
For years, our world has been at peace. But something is coming.
Oh, it's
I can feel it.
Eisenberg.
Dark forces are upon us.
Looks gorgeous.
Find these beasts, or whatever they are.
Our world is dying. There is nothing to go back to. If our people are to survive, we must make a home here. Whatever happens.
Shrek.
Whatever happens. If we do not unite, our world will perish.
This doesn't need to happen. There is one who may help us.
For orcs, there is no other life but war. No, but with the humans' help, there could be.
Why are you here?
To save our people.
Humans!
Can we trust him?
They're beasts. They should all be destroyed.
Are you sure about that? We'll protect the kingdom. You and I.
You side with the humans. Against your own kind.
This is suicide.
Like some Moses
we
shit
have
there.
no choice. We should attack with full force.
Whatever you plan to do, do it now!
Interesting. This isn't a knock, necessarily, but I feel like that movie's gonna give me a headache.
Why do you say that?
It's got that sort of harsh look on a lot of the battle stuff, and I imagine it will be very loud.
What I like about what I'm getting from this was I was worried I was going to be like, this looks like a ripoff of a lot of movies. I feel like it's honoring the genre, but it's not a ripoff.
It is kind of, because I mean, it's fantasy.
There's reminiscent stuff of like Lord of the Rings in there, of course.
You know, it's creatures and fantasy, and World of Warcraft, I'm sure, borrowed from Lord of the Rings anyway. The few things I know about Warcraft looked like they made it into this movie, so that bodes well for them.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they bothered to at least, put a lot of the look in the.
I like the plot of the orcs having to work with the humans because. And especially in fantasy movies, orcs are portrayed as villainous, and they're not exactly humans' number one companion. So the idea of them working together, that could make for a cool film. However, there were aspects of it where with the orcs, especially with the family stuff and little baby Shrek, that doesn't look real at all.
This is obviously a very expensive movie, and I kind of wish they would have done the Edward the Troll thing.
What you mean?
in Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, the troll guy was like an actual practical puppet. It was
Yeah.
like a suit that the actor could wear, and it looked really good, and it looked real. And granted, having a lot of those is probably really hard. All the orc guys, I'm like, this is really good CG. But it's really good CG.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks.
you
You could tell it's CG.
like it's almost there. It doesn't look quite real. It just looks pretty good, you know. So.
No, because at the end of the day, it's like it's a computer animation being put into real world. So you can definitely pick up on the CG.
And I don't know if that'll be a drawback or not, just because a lot of the colors and a lot of the stuff going on, it does look like a video game. I guess if you maintain a certain level of not quite photorealism, you can sort of use that to your advantage, because it'll look like a fantasy game.
And I don't know much about World of Warcraft, but I do know a lot about video game trailers, video games that are being adapted into film. That was one of the better ones I've ever seen.
I never know how to feel about these. It's like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons didn't go so well.
That looked like crap.
Yeah, it did. I don't know. You know, this could be really cool, or it could not be really cool, and I feel like we won't know until it's out.
What a lot of people are going to go there with, especially for non-World of Warcraft fans, are the battle sequences.
Yeah.
And the battle sequences do look fantastic. I feel like whatever they'll lack in substance, they might make up for in effects and action sequences, which
I
would
don't know
make
if
for a
you-
great summer movie. It's a June 2016 movie, you know?
You know, I don't think you're going to go to this looking for, you know, vast amounts of substance. and
However, this
creatures
is the
and
video game
action.
community, and a big complaint for video game adaptations is they can a lot of story.
But World of Warcraft is like an MMORPG. Like, it's just an open, like, you create your own story and everyone's is different. You know, you choose what kind of creature you want to be. I don't know if Warcraft uses the same, like, character content spectrum as Dungeons and Dragons. You know, there's, like, different levels of good or evil or neutral, you know, characters and stuff. I don't know if there's an exact storyline. I think you just kind of make it yourself.
I would have chosen to be a dwarf.
Would you?
Yeah, that way when I eat out a woman, I could just stand. I wouldn't date another dwarf. I would date a regular-sized human
I
being.
don't know if there are dwarves in Warcraft. I'd have to check.
Well, I would make sure to include it in some way. Get some DLC character in there.
Yeah, there you go. From the vague things I know, it looks like it holds true to the spirit of Warcraft. It's just whatever story they chose to put in it.
What I want, though, what I really am hoping for, is that there's a sense of fun. That's what turned me off a little bit, was...
Yeah, I'm like,
This
is this
is
gonna be
really
like
serious.
super self-important?
Yeah.
Like, you're not Lord of the Rings, and that's kind of the point.
That's what I feared, because I'm like, you could be a lot more forgiving with other things if it's not so heavily bent on being such a self-serious film.
Yeah. I'm not ignoring you. I want to make sure before I name check this guy. It is Duncan Jones' movie. I hope David Bowie shows up as the guy from Labyrinth, because that would be really cool.
Did you go through all of IMDb just to make that one joke?
No, I was making sure because I did want to talk about Duncan Jones. It's like, Duncan Jones is a really good director. People really like Moon and even Source Code. I'm curious about how he's going to handle this gigantic movie.
When you get directors who are not given, like, who don't usually do films on such a large scale,
Yeah.
and they're known for such creative direction,
Yeah.
they tend to get, you know, cornered by studios, and they're like, make
Yeah.
it more conventional, you know?
Yeah, and so that's what I'm curious about here, is because I used to be excited, like, oh, they got a cool director to do this movie, and now I'm sort of like, I don't know, though.
Yeah,
Maybe
'cause-
he's just going to be the babysitter. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, in terms of, like, effects, visual imagery, it looks like it's all there. In terms of, like,
Yeah.
unique story, not really. I feel like when I go to the theater in June, I'm gonna be like, I'm in the mood for a really entertaining spectacle. I'm not really here for... I would like a good story.
I mean, it's always a treat when
It's
you get
always
one.
a treat when there's a lot of substance.
Yeah.
But if it's not there, I'm not gonna be, like, surprised it's not there or let down that it's not there.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't take itself too seriously. I kind of feel, from where I'm sitting right now, I sort of feel like I'll see this, if I end up seeing this movie, I'll probably have fun, and I probably won't stick with me. It doesn't look like the kind of movie that'll stick with you necessarily, because it's a lot of stuff we've seen so many times now just with Warcraft wallpaper. But who knows? Maybe it'll be super unique.
It might be a good time with no alcohol required.
Or awesome-tacular.
It might be awesome-tacular, who knows?
Hopefully it's not dog shit.
Hopefully it's at least worth buying on Blu-ray.
At least worth buying on Blu-ray.
Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe today by clicking this button. Become a Rejecta-orc.
Rejecta-orc, yeah.
Rejectorc.
Yeah.
And you could check out Reasons to Jerry, Jerry's movie reviews, and Dank Ass Stubs, a podcast hosted by said Jerry on this channel.
Yeah.
Preston Leedy.
Woo!
He said something. Hello, I'm a big fan of yours. Preston, you look, dude, you gotta say something interesting in order to earn a shout out. Now I'm just gonna make fun of you. Congratulations. Even if you say something interesting, probably would have made fun of you
He's
anyway.
a fan. I wonder what he's looking at in this photograph.
He's clearly watching Asa Akira gangbang by black people video.
I don't think you were able to glean that information from just this.
Well, you can see the reflection off his glasses.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell what it is unless you blow it up.
No, like I can see it pretty well. There's like 2 black penises right there in his eyes. There's Asa. There's a cum shot. You're too young to be watching this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I started when I was young too, and I ended up fine.